we are now back in the studio. So tired. For the past few weeks, I've been busy with clients' project, editing videos and creating presentation decks. I barely had time to work on my own creative projects. But here's the irony. Now that I finally have the time, my brain feels completely stuck. I can't even think of anything to create or draw. And yet, my soul is craving for it. Because creating is what feeds me. Drawing brings me peace, joy, and fulfillment. It makes me feel alive. And I want to feel alive. So, to kickstart my creative engine, I decided to be a copycat. I finally found a few illustrations that really got me very inspired and excited. I like this one. I like the fish and the blue. I also like this one. But I think I might try to incorporate a marker pen for the background. And I also find this very cute. I don't really do like squared illustrations like this. But the moment I had that thought, the voices in my head started whispering. Copying is bad. It's cheating. It's stealing. How dare you dream of being an artist when you can't even create something original? Real artists don't copy, they just create. And these voices make me feel like a fraud. Like I wasn't good enough. Like I was betraying the very thing I love. People are going to judge you and they'll never see you as an artist, Constance. Once you start copying, you'll never stop copying. And you will never ever find your own style. And for a very long while, I was convinced by these thoughts and voices that copying was something to be ashamed of. I finally filled up my notebook. In each of the artwork that I drew, I learned something. And so let me show you guys. So let me show you guys. Alright. So for this one, I experimented color pencil with ink pen, and I also tried to blend colors that I normally don't, because usually I would think that the red and yellow would be too contrasty, but I think it really turned out really nice and I really love it. And then for this one, I really love it because it's... But then I remembered, didn't we all start by copying? When we were kids, everything we learned started by copying. We traced alphabets before we could write. We copied simple shapes before we could draw. We mimicked sounds before we could speak. Why should art be any different? Copying isn't something to be ashamed of. It's how I learn. It's me deciding that I'm going to take a step forward and to hold on to hope. Because action is hope. And I am on my way to creating something I can call mine someday.